Stop scrolling for just a moment, please. My beloved child, stop. Not because I am angry, not because you have done something wrong, but because in the noise of this day and the endless stream of voices competing for your attention, there is something I need you to hear. Something that cannot wait, something that will change everything if you let it. This is not another message. This is not religious content you can save for later. This is me reaching through the veil between heaven and earth, speaking your name in the quiet place where only you and I exist. I know you almost scrolled past. I know you have trained yourself to keep moving, to stay busy, to never sit still long enough to feel the weight you are carrying. But I interrupted your scrolling because I cannot let you go another day believing the lie that you are walking this road alone. Right now, in this very moment, angels are standing beside you, not as a metaphor, not as a comforting story. They are there, as real as your next breath, as present as the weight in your chest that you have learned to ignore. Heaven has arranged this encounter. I have been waiting for you to be still long enough to hear what I have been trying to tell you. Do not turn away from this moment. I am begging you. You see, my child, I know what happened last Tuesday at 3 in the morning. I was there when you sat on the edge of your bed, phone in hand, scrolling through old messages, looking for proof that someone remembers you exist. I felt your loneliness like a stone in my own chest. I watched you compose a text message to someone who used to care, then delete it word by word, convinced that reaching out would only confirm what you already fear, that you have become invisible. I know about the smile you wear like armor, how you have perfected the art of saying, I am fine, while your soul is screaming for someone to see through the performance. I watched you at that gathering last week, laughing at jokes that were not funny, nodding along to conversations that meant nothing to you, all while feeling like you were watching life through glass, present but separate, seen but unknown. I have seen you in your car, gripping the steering wheel in the parking lot before work, giving yourself the same speech you give every morning, just get through today, just make it to tonight, just keep moving. I have felt the exhaustion that lives in your bones, the kind that sleep cannot cure, because it is not your body that is tired, it is your soul. Do you remember the prayer you whispered 3 months ago? The one you barely had the energy to speak. You said, God, if you are there, I need a sign. I need to know I matter. I need to know you see me, my beloved. I heard that prayer before your lips even formed the words. I have been answering it in ways you have not yet recognized. This moment right now is part of that answer. I stopped your scrolling. I arrested your attention. I am speaking to you through these words because I need you to know something that will change how you see every moment that led you here. You are not forgotten. You never were, not for a single second. I know you have felt abandoned. I understand why. The silence has been heavy, has it not? The prayers that seemed to echo into emptiness, the hope that kept shrinking until it became something you were ashamed to admit you still carried. You thought my silence meant absence. You interpreted the delays as denial. You convinced yourself that your story was one of being overlooked, passed by, left behind. But my precious child, what if I told you that every moment you felt most alone, I was holding you so closely that you could not distinguish my presence from your own heartbeat? What if the silence you interpreted as abandonment was actually the sound of me working behind every closed door, rearranging pieces of your life you could not see? Let me take you back. Do you remember that relationship that ended so suddenly, the one that shattered you? I watched you cry yourself to sleep for weeks. I saw how you questioned everything: your worth, your judgment, your future. You thought I had let you down. You thought I had allowed someone to break you unnecessarily. But my child, what you could not see from your place of pain was what I was protecting you from. That person you loved was walking a path that would have destroyed you if you had continued with them. I loved you too much to let you follow them into that destruction. So I allowed the breaking, not as punishment, but as rescue. The pain you felt was not evidence of my absence. It was proof of my presence, pulling you back from a cliff you could not see in the dark. And that job you lost, the one that devastated you, the one you thought was your security, your identity, your proof of worth. I was there the day you cleared out your desk, tears streaming down your face, wondering how you would explain this to people who measure success by titles and paychecks. You felt like a failure. You felt like I had let you fall, But I need you to know that door closed, because it was leading you into a breakdown you would not have survived. The stress you could not name, the anxiety that was stealing your sleep, the slow erosion of your soul in that environment, I saw all of it. And because I love you, I removed you, not as abandonment, but as intervention. I would rather you feel the pain of transition than the death of staying where you were dying. I have been with you in every moment you thought you were alone. When you sat in that doctor's office receiving news that terrified you, I was the calm you could not explain. When you stood in your kitchen at midnight, overwhelmed by bills you could not pay, I was the thought that whispered, "You will make it through this." When you attended that funeral and felt the weight of mortality press against your chest, I was the gentle reminder that death is not the end, that I hold every soul who trusts me, that your loved ones are closer than you know. I saw you in the shower, water mixing with tears where you finally let yourself feel everything you had been holding back. I saw you in your car after that difficult conversation, hands gripping the steering wheel, taking deep breaths to calm the anxiety rising in your chest. I saw you late at night, staring at your phone, wanting to reach out to someone but convincing yourself that you would be a burden, that your pain is not important enough to share. I have witnessed every moment of your hidden grief, the loss you have not allowed yourself to fully mourn because everyone expects you to be strong, the dreams that died quietly without announcement, without anyone noticing except you and me, the version of yourself you used to be before life taught you to play it safe, to keep your heart guarded, to expect disappointment. I know about the friendship that faded, how you kept reaching out, kept trying, kept hoping it would return to what it once was. I saw the moment you finally stopped sending messages, stopped making plans, stopped pretending the distance did not hurt. I felt your confusion, wondering if you did something wrong, if you were not enough, if you are simply someone people outgrow. But my child, that friendship served its season. Not every person is meant to walk with you forever. Some are meant to teach you, to shape you, to help you become who you needed to be for the next chapter. The ending of that friendship was not rejection, it was redirection. I was there when you looked in the mirror and did not recognize yourself. When you realized that somewhere along the way, between meeting everyone else's needs and carrying everyone else's burdens, you lost sight of who you are. I heard you whisper, "When did I become so tired? When did joy become something I only see in other people?" I felt your longing to remember what it feels like to be excited about waking up, to have energy for your own dreams, to feel like your life is yours again. I have seen the anxiety attacks you hide so well, the ones that come out of nowhere, making your heart race and your hands shake, filling your mind with worst-case scenarios that feel absolutely real in the moment. I know how you have learned to excuse yourself to the bathroom, to the car, to anywhere you can be alone until the wave passes. I know how exhausting it is to carry that secret, to smile through it, to act normal when your nervous system is screaming danger. I have watched you in your parenting struggles, in those moments when you feel like you are failing the ones who depend on you most. When your patience runs out and you snap at your children, then lie awake that night replaying the harshness in your voice, wondering what damage you have done, wondering if you are repeating patterns you swore you would break. My beloved, you are not failing. You are human. Your children do not need perfection, they need presence. And I am teaching you both grace and patience, one difficult day at a time. I know about the addiction you are fighting, the one no one else knows about, the habit, the substance, the behavior that you return to when the pain becomes too much, when you need to feel something other than what you are feeling, when you need to escape your own mind for just a little while. I have seen your shame spiral, the way you promise yourself never again, only to find yourself right back where you started. But my child, your struggle does not disqualify you from my love. Your weakness does not disgust me. I am not standing at a distance waiting for you to get clean before I come close. I am in the mess with you, and I am stronger than any chain that binds you. I collected every tear in bottles that line the halls of heaven. Each one is precious to me, each one is remembered. Not one was wasted. Not one fell without me seeing, without me feeling, without me moving in response. And here is what you need to know about those tears, about that pain, about all the moments you have felt crushed under the weight of living. I was not punishing you. I was not teaching you a lesson. I was not testing your faith to see if you would break. Life happened because you live in a broken world where sickness exists, where people hurt each other, where nothing lasts forever. But in the middle of that brokenness, I have been your constant. In the middle of that pain, I have been your comfort. In the middle of that darkness, I have been your light, even when you could not see me. You see, my beloved child, I have never asked you to be strong. I have never demanded that you have perfect faith. I have never condemned you for your doubts, your questions, your moments of wondering if I am real. How could I be angry with you for feeling human? I made you human. I gave you emotions that surge and fade. I created you with a heart that breaks and bleeds and heals. Your weakness is not disappointing to me. It is the very place where my strength has room to enter. Do you remember Peter? The one who walked on water toward me and then began to sink? Everyone focuses on his sinking, but I want you to see what I saw. I saw a man who got out of the boat. I saw someone who took a step that no one else was willing to take. And when he began to sink, when fear overtook faith, when the waves seemed bigger than my voice, I did not let him drown. I reached out my hand immediately, not after a lecture, not after he proved himself immediately. That is who I am, my child. I am the one who reaches for you the moment you start to sink. I am the one who does not wait for you to have perfect faith before I act. Your trembling, imperfect faith is enough for me. Your whispered help me in the dark is enough for me. Your tears that you think are weakness, they are prayers I treasure. Do you remember the woman who touched the edge of my garment? She had been bleeding for 12 years. 12 years of suffering. 12 years of doctors who could not heal her. 12 years of being told she was unclean, unwelcome, untouchable. She spent everything she had trying to get better, and she only got worse. The world gave up on her. Religion pushed her away. Society made her invisible. But she heard I was passing through her town, and something inside her, call it faith, call it desperation, call it the last ember of hope refusing to die, something made her think, if I could just touch the edge of his robe, just the edge, not even him directly, just the edge, she fought through the crowd. She endured the judgment and the whispers. She broke the rules that said she should not be there. And when her fingers finally grasped the fabric of my garment, power flowed from me to her instantly. She was healed in that moment. Not because her faith was perfect, not because she had all the right words or theological understanding, but because she reached, you are like her right now. You have been suffering longer than anyone knows. You have tried everything within your power. You have exhausted your resources and your strength. The world has labeled you and limited you and told you what you can and cannot be. But you are reading these words, and something in you is reaching. Something in you is saying, maybe. Maybe if I just reach toward him. Maybe if I just try one more time. That reaching, my beloved, that is faith. And it is enough. It has always been enough. Let me tell you about another person. His name was Legion, but everyone just called him the madman. He lived in the tombs among the dead, because the living wanted nothing to do with him. He cut himself with stones. He screamed through the night. He was tormented by demons that would not let him rest. People tried to chain him, to control him, to contain him, but the darkness inside him was too strong. So they gave up. They left him to his suffering. They wrote him off as hopeless. But I went looking for him. I crossed a sea in a storm just to get to him. And when I arrived on that shore, when I stood before that broken, tormented man, I did not recoil. I did not condemn. I did not see what everyone else saw, a lost cause, a dangerous man, a life not worth saving. I saw my child. I saw someone I loved. I saw someone worth crossing storms to reach, and I set him free. I cast out the demons. I restored his mind. I gave him back himself. And when the townspeople came and saw him sitting there, clothed and in his right mind, they were afraid. They asked me to leave. But that man who had been lost, he begged to come with me. He wanted to follow me. But I had other plans. I sent him home. I told him to tell his family what I had done for him. I turned his testimony into his mission. My child, you may feel like Legion. You may feel possessed by things you cannot control, anxiety, depression, addiction, rage, fear. You may feel like you are living among the dead parts of yourself, cut off from life and hope and joy. You may feel like people have given up on you, like you are too broken, too far gone, too much of a lost cause. But I crossed storms to get to you too. I did not stay in the safe places where religion is comfortable and clean. I came to the tombs. I came to the dark places. I came for you, and I am setting you free right now. The demons that have tormented you are losing their power. The chains that have bound you are breaking. Your right mind is being restored. Your identity is being returned. And I am giving you a testimony that will bring hope to others who feel as lost as you once did. I need you to understand something about the waiting. You have been waiting so long for breakthrough, for change, for the miracle you keep begging for. And the waiting has been exhausting, has it not? You have wondered if I heard you. You have questioned if your prayers even make it past the ceiling. You have felt foolish for continuing to hope when nothing seems to change. But here is what I need you to see. I have been answering your prayers all along. Not in the way you expected, not in the timeline you demanded, but in the way that serves your highest good, in the timing that prepares you to carry what I am bringing. If I had given you what you asked for when you first asked, you would not have been ready. The blessing would have crushed you. The relationship would have consumed you. The opportunity would have overwhelmed you. So I made you wait, not to torture you, but to prepare you. Every day of waiting has been a day of strengthening. The door is about to open. The season is about to shift. The breakthrough you have been begging for is closer than you know. What is coming is not just an answer to your prayers. It is better than what you asked for, bigger than what you imagined, more perfectly suited to your soul than anything you could have designed. I am about to surprise you with my goodness. I am about to overwhelm you with my faithfulness. I am about to show you that every tear was leading to this. Every struggle was shaping you for this. But I need something from you first. I need you to release the bitterness. I need you to let go of the narrative that says you have been forgotten, overlooked, passed by. That story is not true. It never was. Right now, as you read these words, I am closer to you than your skin. I am in the room with you. I am in the space between your heartbeats. I am in the breath you just took. You may not see me with your eyes, but your spirit knows I am here. That stirring you feel, that is me. That warmth spreading through your chest, that is my presence. That sudden peace that makes no logical sense given your circumstances, that is my love wrapping around you. Touch my hand. I know you cannot see it with your physical eyes, but reach out with your spirit right now. My hand is extended toward you, palm up, waiting. These are not empty words. This is not religious poetry. This is an actual invitation from the one who spoke galaxies into existence, from the one who knows every cell in your body, from the one who has never stopped pursuing you. Look at my hand. See the scars. They are still there. I keep them not because I need them, but because you need to see them. These scars are proof that I know what it means to suffer. I know what it means to feel abandoned. I know what it means to cry out and hear silence. I know what it means to bleed and break and wonder if the pain will ever end. But these scars are also proof of something else, that pain is not the end of the story, that breaking is not destruction, it is reconstruction, that the wounds you carry are not evidence that you are damaged beyond repair. They are proof that you are human, that you have lived, that you have felt, that you have survived. When you touch my hand, when you place your trembling fingers in my scarred palm, something shifts. Not always immediately, not always dramatically, but shift it does, because my touch carries healing. My presence brings peace. My love casts out fear. You may feel it as warmth. You may feel it as tingling. You may feel it as a weight lifting. You may feel it as tears that finally come after months of numbness. You may feel it as the first deep breath you have taken in years. However you feel it, know this. It is real. This is not your imagination. This is not wishful thinking. This is the actual presence of the living God touching the actual presence of you. I am healing you right now. Not just your circumstances, though those will change. Not just your relationships, though those will be restored. Not just your finances, though those will turn around. I am healing the deepest wound of all, the one that convinced you that you are alone, that you do not matter, that you have been forgotten. That wound is closing right now. The lie is losing its power right now. The truth is settling into your bones right now. You are seen, you are known, you are loved. You have always been loved. You will always be loved. Nothing you have done has disqualified you from my love. Nothing you will do could make me love you less. Nothing in all creation, not your past, not your mistakes, not your doubts, not your fears, not the enemy's accusations. Nothing can separate you from the love I have for you. Do you feel it? That gentle pressure on your heart? That is me reminding you that you are mine. That soft whisper in your spirit? That is me speaking your true name, the one I gave you before you were born. The one that describes who you really are beneath all the identities you have tried on. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not your trauma. You are not the worst thing that happened to you or the worst thing you have done. You are my beloved child. You are the one I sing over. You are the one I delight in. You are the one I would leave the 99 to find. And I am not leaving you where I found you. I am not just comforting you in your pain, I am transforming you through it. Every tear is watering seeds you cannot yet see. Every struggle is strengthening muscles you will need for the next season. Every moment of waiting is deepening your capacity for joy. What you thought was the end of your story is actually the middle. The best chapters are still being written. The greatest adventures are still ahead. The deepest healing is just beginning. The most profound joy is on its way. But you have to choose to believe it. You have to choose to trust me even when you cannot see the full picture. You have to choose to reach for my hand even when the storm is still raging around you. This is your moment. This is your turning point. This is the second where everything can shift if you will let it. Not because of anything you do, but because of who I am. I am the God who resurrects. I am the one who speaks to dead things and commands them to live. I am the one who enters tombs and rolls away stones. I am the one who takes endings and transforms them into beginnings. Your story is not over. Your hope is not foolish. Your faith, however small, is enough. Because faith is not about the size of your belief, it is about the size of the God you believe in. And I am big enough to handle your doubts. I am strong enough to carry your burdens. I am faithful enough to keep every promise I have made. So right now, as you near the end of these words, I want you to do something with me. I want you to close your eyes for just a moment after you finish reading. I want you to take a deep breath, and I want you to speak these words either out loud or in the silence of your heart. Jesus, I am reaching for your hand. I am tired of carrying this alone. I am exhausted from pretending I am okay. I am ready to believe that you see me, that you love me, that you have not forgotten me. I receive your love right now. I receive your healing right now. I receive the peace that you are pouring out. I trust you with my pain. I trust you with my future. I trust you with my heart. Even though I cannot see the full picture, even though I do not understand everything, I choose to trust you. Thank you for never leaving me. Thank you for this moment. Thank you for reaching through the noise to speak to me. I am yours, now and always. Amen. Did you feel it? That shift? That is the sound of heaven responding to your yes. That is the sensation of chains breaking. That is the moment where the trajectory of your story bends toward hope. I am so proud of you. You could have scrolled past. You could have dismissed this as just another message. But you stayed. You listened. You opened your heart just enough to let me in, and that was all I needed. Now I need you to do one more thing. I need you to type Amen in the comments. Not as a religious ritual, not as superstition, but as a declaration, as a yes to what I am doing. As a stake in the ground that says I was here, I heard, I received, I believe. And then I need you to share this message, because there is someone in your life who needs to hear this just as much as you did. There is someone scrolling right now, feeling the same loneliness you felt, carrying the same heaviness you carried, and you could be the one who interrupts their scrolling at the exact moment they are about to give up. When you share this, you are not just passing along content. You are participating in rescue. You are partnering with heaven. You are becoming the answer to someone else's prayer. I heal you so you can help heal others. I comfort you so you can comfort others. I speak to you so you can speak to others. You are not just a recipient of grace. You are a carrier of it. You are not just blessed, you are becoming a blessing. I love you. I am with you. I am not finished with you. Your story is not over. Hope is not foolish. Faith is not wasted. Joy is coming. Healing is here. Breakthrough is near. This is not the end. This is the beginning of everything you have been waiting for. Now go. Walk in the freedom of knowing you are seen, you are loved, and you are never ever alone. Welcome home, beloved, welcome home.